Welcome to my fast news segment channel. You can view quick news in few minutes. Strongly condemning the Telangana government decision of abruptly dismissing 6,200 part-time teachers, lecturers and DOs from the social welfare school. BRS leader and Siddipet MLA T. Harish Rao demanded their immediate reinstatement and prompt payment of the salary that have been reportedly pending since 3 months. In a letter addresses to Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy on Wednesday, Harish Rao questioned whether it was fair on part of the government to punish the dedicated education just for seeking a salary on to them. It is what the people of Telangana should expect from your government, Harish Rao asked, saying that it was unfortunate to see such a condemnable development on eve of Teachers' Day that falls on September 5th. Against the backdrop of the Telangana government seeking an immediate assistance of Rs 2,000 crore from the centre for flood relief measures, the union government has pointed out that state government did not submit requisite information for the release of fund. It said over Rs 1,345 crores was available in the state disaster response fund account as on April 1st this year for flood relief measure during 2024-25. In a letter to the state chief secretary and official of the union, home minister said the first installment of the central share of SDRF amounting to rupees 208.40 crore for 2024-25 is due for release. The toll in the unprecedentedly torrential downpour and flood in Andhra Pradesh rose to 32 and the number of evacuees in a relief camp increased to 45,369, officials said on Wednesday. NTR district, which houses Vijayawada, the most affected, accounted for 24 deaths. Guntur and Palnadu said an official release. Nakarikal MLA Vemula Virasham on Wednesday, September 4th, lodged a complaint with Speaker Gaddam Prasad over misconduct by police during his recent visit to Bhubaneswar district. Virasham, who belonged to the Dalit community, alleged that on August 30, he along with other party colleagues visited the district to receive State Irrigation Minister Uttam Kumar Reddy, who had come to inaugurate various development work. Speaking to reporters, Virasham alleged that he was stopped by police officer and disallowed from meeting the ministers. Virasham expressed dissatisfaction that no proper protocol was followed by the Telangana police. Telangana government has declared holiday for Miladun Nabi and Ganesh Chaturthi, both which will be celebrated this month. Miladun Nabi is observed on Rabi al-Awwal 12th, while Ganesh Chaturthi falls on September 7th. Holiday for Miladun Nabi Ganesh Chaturthi, the government have declared holiday on September 7th and 16th. As September 7th is a Ganesh Chaturthi and September 16th is a Miladun Nabi holiday. The GHMC Commissioner Amrapali Katta emphasized the importance of cooperation in updating the voter list, noting the individual who turn 18 on or before January 1st, April 1st, July 1st and October 1st are eligible to register. She urged eligible citizens to ensure their registration before the deadline. GHMC Commissioner addressed the representative from various political parties during a special summary revision meeting at the GHMC headquarters on Wednesday, September 4th. She further outlined the detailed schedule for the special summary revision 2025 process. Booth level officers are tasked while conducting a house-to-house survey until October 18th to correct error, rationalize polling station and adjust polling station boundaries. The Cantonment Board Managing Director Ashok Reddy has informed that an additional 1 MGD of drinking water has been allotted to the cantonment to meet the need of the residents. During a review meeting he held along with the Secunderabad Cantonment MLA Ganesh and other officials on Wednesday, he said that presently 5.9 MGD water was being supplied to 40,000 drinking water connection in the contaminated area. With the increased quota of water, he said the Hyderabad the Metropolitan Water Supply and Sewerage Board will supply 6.9 MGD of drinking water containment area. And was arrested on Wednesday, September 4th for allegedly demanding rupees 20 lakhs from two builders while falsely claiming to represent the Hyderabad Disaster Response and Asset Protection Agency. FIR was filed after a complaint was the Hydra Commissioner A.B. Ranganath, who warned that strict action including jail time would be taken against those attempting to extort money by misusing the name of agency. According to the report, the accused retained builder Vadala Rajendranath and Manjunath Reddy demanding rupees 20 lakhs from them. The builder approached Hydra Commissioner E.V. Ranganath at his office on Monday and discussed the issue. Following the meeting, Ranganath registered his complaint with the Sangareddy SP and case was registered. The man was arrested and sent to judicial remand after an investigation. Is the financial burden on passenger traveling between Hyderabad and Vijayawada due to heavy rain and flooding. Telangana State Road Transportation Corporation is offering a 10% discount on Rajdhani AC and Super Deluxe buses on this route. Discount aims to alleviate the cost for travelers, particularly during the busy weekend. The concession applies to trips between Hyderabad and Vijayawada and is expected to save approximately rupees 30 to rupees 50. The TGSRTC officials stated that the corporation is already offering concession to passengers who book in advance. An ecological disaster, an estimated 50,000 trees spread over about 500 acres in the forest of Mulugu district in Telangana were uprooted following a huge gale and a sudden cloud burst. This happened on the night of August 31st because of the local climate condition that suddenly developed there due to cloud formation. A senior forest official said on Wednesday, "We never saw such an incident in our life," the official told. The Telangana State Drug Control Administration has issued a warning about a counterfeit drug labeled as decalcium pantothenate. This spurious product falsely claimed to be manufactured by Sinpha Pharmaceutical China poses a significant health risk. Drug manufacturer, dealers and distributors are instructed to halt the sale and distribution of this counterfeit drug and report any finding to the TSDCA. The fake drug lack mandatory labeling details, including the importer's name, import license number, and QR code for tracking. The Director General has urged stakeholders to remain vigilant and report any information about the counterfeit drug to the TSDCA on the toll-free number 1800 available from 10:30 am to 5 pm on working day. The City Traffic Police has issued an advisory from September 5th 7 am to September 7th 10 pm ahead of the Ganesh Idol transportation from Dhulpet area. According to advisory, vehicles carrying Ganesh idols will be allowed from MJ Bridge towards Gandhi statue to Dhulpet. Other vehicles will not be allowed from MJ Bridge to Purana Pool from 7 pm to 6 am between September 5th and 7th. Heavy vehicle will be only allowed to ply on the main entry point, which is Gandhi statue at Purana Pool between 10 pm to 6 am after displaying the purchase receipt. Female student of Nizamiya Tibbi College are living in a deplorable condition at their hostel, which suffer from severe water seepage, poor drainage, and inadequate security. 55 students are crammed into 22 rooms, majority of which lie dilapidated with broken windows, persistent leakage, and a chronic shortage of water supply. Lack of security at the hotel is a significant concern. While a warden oversees the hostel during the day, there is no security presence at night. This has left the student vulnerable to intruders, including monkeys and large rodents known locally as a crater. Continuing the demolition drive on illegal structure built in the full tank level and buffer zone around several lakhs across the city. Structure in over 20 guntas were razed down by the state in survey number 462 of Aminpur, Sangareddy district on Tuesday, September 3rd. Structure were demolished in the presence of policemen and municipality officials, citing encroachment near the Aminpur lake on government properties. The South Central Railway on Wednesday, September 4th announced the extension of a special train number 09419 from Ahmedabad through Chirapalli to Ahmedabad, which run on Sunday, will operate from September 29 to December 29th. And train number 09520 from Okha Madurai, which run on Monday, will operate from September 30 to December 30. Train number 09519 from Madurai Okha, which run on Friday, will operate from October 4 to January 3rd. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu on Wednesday said flood relief and rehabilitation work in Vijayawada has gained momentum, noting that the government machinery is going ahead based on public feedback from the affected place. Naidu expressed hope that a major part of the flood would recede by Thursday, while the government is working towards bringing normalcy as soon as possible. Chief Minister said that the government is eliciting feedback from the victim through an interactive voice response system twice a day on how to plan the rescue work. Communal tension erupted in Jainur Mandal of Asirabad district on Wednesday, September 4th, after a 2,000-strong mob started attacking properties belonging to Muslim community. A case of an auto rickshaw driver sexually assaulting a tribal woman in the district triggered the violence. In a few videos circulated on social media, a mob can be seen targeting shop in the market freely with no sight of local law enforcement official anywhere in that part of Asirabad district. An auto rickshaw driver belonging to a Muslim community has alleged sexually assaulted a woman belonging to a tribal group last week. In a protest against the incident, a ban call was issued for Wednesday. The Asirabad police reached the spot, but due to a huge number of people who gathered, it could not do much to stop the attack. AIMIM President Assaduddin Owaisi also appealed for peace and said nobody should be allowed to take the law into their own hand. Telangana Northern Power Distribution Corporation Limited Chairman and Managing Director Karnati Varun Reddy has called for early update on the status of electricity supply amid ongoing rain. This step is a part of effort to ensure the reliability of our services during the adverse weather condition affecting the region. The decision came in response to a 4 days rain predicted by Indian Meteorological Department from September 4th to 9th. Superintending engineer have issued order to remain on high alert. Reddy further directed official to set up 24/7 control room to closely monitor and address any electricity issues to avoid disruption. South Central Railway on Wednesday, September 4th cancelled 8 trains due to water lodging on a track amid heavy rain, and notably cancellation including train numbers 12740 Secunderabad to Visakhapatnam, 12739 Visakhapatnam to Secunderabad, 12745 Secunderabad to Munuguru, 12746 Munuguru Secunderabad, and 17659 Secunderabad to Bhadrachalam. Train cancelled on Thursday included train number 12706 from Secunderabad to Guntur, 12705 from Guntur to Secunderabad, 17660 from Bhadrachalam to Secunderabad. Several trains has been diverted due to a bad weather, including train number 12728 from Hyderabad to Visakhapatnam. This train has been diverted to Pagidipalli, Guntur and Vijayawada, bypassing a scheduled stop at Kazipet, Warangal, Mehboobabaad and Khammam. A task force from the Food Safety Department of Telangana conducted a raid at a popular restaurant in Hyderabad. The raid was conducted at Nilofer Cave, Raj Deluxe and Haiku restaurant. At Nilofer Cave located in Banjara, the team found expiry cheese, Kashmiri paprika powder and roasted peanut in kitchen premises. In Raja Deluxe restaurant in Banjara, the team found stagnant water in the drain and the doors and windows were not fitted with insects proof cleaner refresher used for storing raw material with an unhygienic. Where Haiku restaurant Banjara Hills food items such as cumin seed, black sesame, tamarind and red lotus flower were found to be expired. Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy on September 3rd said that the removal of encroachment at ponds across the state is being given a top priority and the government will not hesitate to demolish the encroachment at all water bodies. He added that in wake of demand increasing for the expansion of hydro across the Telangana, Chief Minister ordered the official to chalk out an action plan. Officials have been asked to prepare a report on encroachment of ponds and lakes and also resolve pending court cases. If any. Chief Minister gave an example how Ram Nagar area is made a safe zone from flood by Rumi encroachment on Nala in Hyderabad recently, said the press release from the Telangana Chief Minister Office. Justice K. Lakshman of the Telangana High Court requested the Chief Commissioner of the Land Affairs, the Rangareddy District Collector and the Telangana Industrial Infrastructure Corporation to respond to a petition from 49 farmers. The farmer alleges that these officials were obstructing their access to their land located in the proposed pharma city at Medapalli in Yachara Mandal, despite a previous High Court ruling that annulled the notification for land acquisition. The farmer contended that the authorities were prevented from the updating their land details in the revenue record, which was against the court order. India Meteorological Department has issued a heavy rain alert for district in northern Telangana for Wednesday as the flood hit part of the state are yet to recover for the high was caused 4 days ago. Heavy rain very likely to occur in isolated places. Listed is Komaram, Bhim, Asirabad, Mirshalyal, Mancherial, Jayashankar, Bhopalapalli, Mulugu. IMD said yellow alert have been issued for the district of Telangana. Telangana Pradesh Congress Committee Working President B. Mahesh Kumar Gaur criticized opposition leader KCR and BRS Working President KT Ramarao for the lack of president during the recent flood crisis. Speaking to the media at Gandhi Bhavan on Tuesday, Mahesh accused KCR of confining himself to his farmhouse and KTR of relaxing in Britain while making comments on social media, ignoring their responsibility to the public. The Karnataka government on Tuesday notified dengue fever as an epidemic disease. The government has also amended the regulation of the Karnataka Epidemic Disease Regulation 2020 in exercise of power conferred by Section 3 of the Karnataka Epidemic Diseases Act 2020. The government of Karnataka hereby notified dengue fever, including severe form of dengue fever, as an epidemic disease. The state read as notification. For active construction site, abandoned construction site and vacant site and open land, if mosquito breeding is found, rupees 2,000 is imposed as a fine in urban area and rupees 1,000 imposed as a fine in a rural area. And in a commercial establishment, if mosquito breeding is found in any structure of urban area, rupees 1,000 is levied as a fine and the fee amount of rupees 500 is fixed in rural area. Minister A. Revant Reddy on Wednesday asked officials to provide solar-powered agriculture pump set free to farmers as the state government seeks to shift towards sustainable energy sources. He instructed officials to launch a pilot project in Konda Reddy to assess the feasibility and impact of this initiative. The project will also explore ways to generate additional income for farmers from the surplus electricity produced by solar pump set. In a high-level review meeting with officials from the electricity department on Wednesday, Revant Reddy announced several initiatives aimed at encouraging the use of solar energy by farmers and citizens to make Telangana a hub for solar power. Swine flu caused by the H1N1 virus is becoming a rampant across the country with OPDs flooded and many landing in hospital. The problem happens as the virus is able to penetrate the lung to a deeper level and cause greater respiratory damage than other form of flu and could be more likely to cause pneumonia. As swine flu cases continue to rise in Chhattisgarh, with recent report indicating a death toll of 4 in a drug, local authorities are stepping up their response to manage the outbreak. Durg has seen a significant increase in swine flu cases, promoting urgent measures to contain the virus situation and explore the importance of understanding the H1N1 influenza virus, recognizing symptoms and following preventive measures to protect oneself and the community. IMIM President Assaduddin Owaisi on Wednesday, September 4, condemned the violence in the Afzalabad district of Telangana, where communal tension erupted in Jainur Mandal of Asirabad district after a mob of nearly 2,000 people started attacking the properties of Muslims. The violence was reportedly triggered following the sexual assault of a tribal woman by an auto driver. Assaduddin Owaisi spoke with the Telangana Director General of Police, Dr. Jitendra, regarding recent violence. The Hyderabad MP took to Twitter and said, "I have spoken to Telangana DGP regarding incident of communal disturbance in Jainur Asirabad district. The Telangana DGP assured me that it is being monitored and additional forces are being sent and action will be taken against people who take law in their hand." Watch the channel, press the bell icon to get latest notification of news. Like, share and subscribe my channel.